on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio UK.
And the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
All right, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Yes, so from now till exactly 12:30, I'm going to be your captain. I'm going to bring you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. If it's making the headlines, but rest assured of one thing, I'm going to bring it to the fore. But let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you, and once again say welcome to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. Today is the second day of February, the year 2026, with the time now exactly at 3 minutes past the top of the hour. And let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, who is a bit under the weather, yet he has to make sure that everything is taken along nicely. Francis, good morning. Perry, good morning to you. A special good morning also goes all the way to Cyprus, to HRH Linda Pallien, who will be joining during the course of the program with Career 101. I'll be telling you more about that. Good morning to Mr. Dan Teberi, CEO of GL Accountancy Services. Amani Man, massive good morning to you. To Delta Hammond, all the way in Kumasi. To Ma'am, Mrs. Ryder Hammond, massive good morning. Good morning to you. And a special good morning also goes to no other one but the one and only Atakofi Niana Najo, all of Ashama. Niana Najo is the chief of Ashama. I salute each and every one of you there and all inhabitants of Ashama this morning. Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. Laimi Koiki, to KB Bossman, Vicky Newton, and all presenters on Starr Radio UK, past and present ones. I salute each and every one of you. May Queen, good morning to you. Yes. Atakovi, happy new month to you. I pray that this month will give us good tidings of great joy and good news in all aspects of our lives. Yeah? All right then. And let me say good morning also to Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. To those of you who watch us live on the Koiki Media platform, Yoruba Nation platform, and United States of Biafra platforms, I want to salute each and every one of you there as well. Bishop Adeshina, good morning in Lagos, Nigeria, the RBE office there. I salute you there as well. And a special good morning goes to Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, Professor Banji Akintoye. I salute each and every one of you. Once again, I say welcome to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. So how was your weekend and how has it all been for you? Second day in the second month. Wow. God has been good, hasn't he? All right, then. So I'm going to bring you the coach for the day. The weather forecast will follow. See you then. The travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning, and that pertains to, as I said, every area. If it's from archaeology to zoology, if it's making the headlines, we're going to touch on that. And then we'll be bringing you details of it. At 11:45, the line will be activated for you to add a voice to the discussion. However, if you want to share any take or any comments or anything with us, you can post it on the platforms that we are broadcasting on. As Atakovi normally does, and others who are on the YouTube channel and all others do as well. I salute you and I really, really appreciate that. Okay. If not, at a quarter to 12, the line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussion. At 12 o'clock, we'll be taking you to Cyprus, where our own HRH, Linda Pallien, will be coming your way with Career 101. And it's a program that is created or to help you, gear you towards your career and how you can have the best out of you, or make the best out of you, and point you to the right direction. So make sure you join in exactly at 12 o'clock as well, and enjoy that bit of the program as well. So in a nutshell, that's what it's going to be. At 12:30, the curtain will be brought down for the end of the program. So once again, welcome to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. As I said, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
All right then, now let's move on. So the quote for today says what? Come to the realization that many of the things you look forward to may not happen. Come to the realization that many of the things you look forward to may not happen. There are things that we really, really want, but there are things that God has purposed for us. For those of you of faith, so what's important is you find out what God really wants for you. And then, but at times, we have our own desires, and we think that, oh, because of this and that, I need to get that. But, many a time, those things might not happen, because in the schemes of God or nature or whatever you want to term it, you might not have that. But wherever you are, be rest assured of one thing: keep on keeping on. And who knows? Back in the day, there was a musician in Ghana who said, "Who knows tomorrow?" Or a Nigerian. It's a Nigerian musician. Okay. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Those of you who were not there, you are chicken. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. All right then, so now let's move on to the weather front. It's been quite should I put it this way, settled weather today. Yesterday, a bit spitting here and there, but for London and the southeastern part of England, this is how the weather is going to be for you today. Now, today will be mostly cloudy with a chance of a few spot of drizzle locally, a few occasional brighter spells possible during any breaks in the cloud, especially later in the day. It's going to be breezy. Now, tonight will be cloudy, wet and generally dry with a chance of a few spots of light rain under the thickest cloud. It will turn windy overnight. Now, top temperature is going to be 9 degrees. The lowest is going to be 5 degrees. UV level low, pollution low. Sunset is going to be at 16:51, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 0:38 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. All coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And let me take you straight to the travels as well. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. As you keep navigated, our promise, our bond. The Starr Radio travel update that comes your way every weekday from 11 o'clock. And what have I got for you this morning on the travels? What do we have on the underground this morning? I can tell you assuredly, it's all running good service there. The major roads in London, no exceptional delays. The river bus, good service there. The London cable car, good service there. But when it comes to the national rail, as I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as you keep navigated. There are a few issues here, so lend me your ears. Now, cross country, Great Western Railway, Island Line, Northern Rail, and Southwestern Railway are all offering special service there. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that's why I will say it once again as I normally will. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break. We come back, and I take you global trotting. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting, then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 12 minutes past the top of the hour. And now let's go. Global Trotting, kicking off from home here. Serial killer Steve Wright admits murdering Victoria Hall years before killing 5 other women. The body of Victoria, an A-level student, was found 5 days after a night out in 1999. Wright is already serving a whole life sentence for the murder of 5 women in 2006. Okay, in other stories as well, Lord Mandelson resigns from Labour to save party further embarrassment over Epstein files or the links. Okay, marry me and 20,000 for rent. Sarah Ferguson revelation in Epstein emails. Did she want to marry Epstein or vice versa? What was it? And in other stories making the rounds there as well, Norway's Prime Minister agrees Crown Princess had poor judgment over Epstein links. Jonas Gahr Starr says he agreed with Princess Met's marriage on remarks over her contact with the late sex offender. Wow. Ooh. Do you think you're the devil himself? Epstein question in newly released interview. Who was he posing that question to? We're going to be telling you more about that. A serious only female minister pushes for change. I'm not here for window dressing. But how would I be received there? Okay. In the U.S. as well, partial U.S. government shutdown enters third day as funding standoff continues. I thought they said they had they settled whatever squams that they had, but hey, let's see. Okay, in other stories as well, boy 5 and father detained by ICE returned to Minnesota after release. Okay, why were they detained if they didn't have the right, or at the time they couldn't tell whatever I say? All right then. Star Radio UK. And the Millennials director Brett Ratner has been pictured cuddling a woman in Epstein files. Oh boy. Now how come they were taking all these pictures? A U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick planned Epstein Island visit, emails show. Well, he said, I need to go to that place to go and see what is happening there. Okay. Well, there's some names that have been mentioned, but nothing have been done about that. Okay. It is all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. We move on from there as well. Candidate tough on crime wins Costa Rica presidential election. Laura Fernandez won the election outright in the first round amid concerns about rise in organized crime. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Another story, Venezuela releases rights activist Javier Tarazona, and Trump threatens tariff on Canada planes and nations selling oil to Cuba. Okay. Panama voids Hong Kong based firm Canal Port contract. Okay, we'll be telling you more about all this as the program goes on. It is all coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Europe as well, family 6 answers as Kenyan fighting for Russia has been killed in Ukraine, and 12 miners killed by Russian strike in Ukraine, officials have said. In other stories making the round, French tech giant Capgemini to sell U.S. subsidiary workers for ICE. Okay, we'll be telling you more about that. The Slovakia Prime Minister, National Security Advisor, resigns over Epstein links. Oh boy, so Epstein had his fingers in lots of places. He's no more, but hey, stretching out to all those places. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Now let's move on to some other stories making the rounds this morning. And this time round, in Asia as well, China has executed 4 more Myanmar mafia members. Well, who tells them that, hey, don't be executing them? The deadly gun and bomb attack hit Pakistani Balochistan province. There were people who were fleeing is it a mosque or an area when there were inklings or some telltale signs that there was going to an attack was imminent. Okay, I'll be telling you more about that. Rare earths and data centers. India pushes local industry as global tension rises. Let's see. On the African front as well, 80 kidnapped Nigerians return home after escape. They were among 177 people seized last month from 3 churches in northern Kaduna State. And then South African singer Tyler edges out Davido's to claim Grammy. And then 3 West African juntas have turned to Russia. Now the U.S. wants to engage them. Let's see. So U.S. never want to lose power or face, and therefore when you see that you are actually trying to coax on with or to another to an let me say an opponent, that's the right word I can use, then definitely they have to do everything in their right to rein you back in. This army chief threatened to castrate opposition leader and claim descent from Jesus. Who are we talking about? That's the army chief, son of Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni. Okay, so going on, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Still on the African front, Oromo Liberation Army denies its fighters target civilians in the forests of Ethiopia, largest region. A shadow war grinds on, hunted by government drones. Oromo Liberation Army Ola Commander Jal has said that they don't target civilians. However, reports seem to say contrary to that. CC King Abdullah reject Gaza displacement plans. The leader of Egypt and Jordan on Sunday renewed their rejection of any attempts to displace Palestinians as Israel announced that it was partially opening their border. Jihadist group released video it claims shows attack on where? In Niger. We'll be telling you more about that. And second commercial flight since start of Sudanese war taken off as well. I'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, Global Trotting the Time. Well, Peter Obi has mentioned those who are the problem of Nigeria, and who are they? We're going to be telling you more about that as the program goes on. Well, if you know who your enemies or the trouble, those who are troubling you are, you just address it, right? And then everything will be cool. Okay, so we'll be telling you more about that when we bring you the details of that story. And Kaduna church attack, 80 worshippers escape. It is still being held. Nigeria crude exports to fall 225,000 barrels per day as Shell shuts Bonga. Why is Shell shutting Bonga? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In Ghana, please gun down notorious highway robber. Okay. I share a quote with Ken Ejapon. Afenyo Markin speaks after MPP presidential is it primaries? Oh yeah, no, yes, electing their presidential candidate. Ashanti region massive backing for Bawumia proves competence. Well, so Asiedu San dropped cryptic message amid NDC flag bearership context. Or debate there as well. We're going to be telling you more about that. I think the president should rein them in if anybody seems to be looking elsewhere, instead of concentrating on the jobs that they have to do and looking at their presidential ambitions. Then they might as well do what? Resign. Bawumia may struggle if MPP fails to rebuild image. Dr. Bonfair Jr. has said running mate slot, not a reward for a second place. Miracles Abuaji is saying Kennedy Japan in good spirit after MPP flag bearer loss. Well, an MPP flag bearer race upon Nkrumah credits Bawumia's victory to discipline. So Dr. Bawumia has won the flag bearership election for the MPP. So officially, he is the leader of the MPP to lead them to the 2028 elections. But hey, what do you think? With everything, yeah, well, he would say he was digitization or digitalizing. Okay, MP Prime Minister Samira Bawumia deserves more credit. MPP Kwejo Poku is saying, and government denies claims of demanding payment for Nana Eje Ahia's family travel to Latvia. This and a lot more going to be coming your way this morning. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a quick break, and once we come back, I will be bringing you no other but the details of the stories making the rounds this morning. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, exactly at 11:29, and we now go to bring you all the details of the story that we've looked at this morning. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. So let me say good morning to my daughter-in-law, yes, Mrs. Patricia Roxanne Hammond. Good morning to you, and special good morning also to my granddaughter Donna. I hope you are doing very, very well. And to my daughter as well, Mrs. Donna Kwanzaa. Good morning to you. Hope you are doing very, very well. It's been a while. Yeah, I will try to get in touch with you wherever you are. My regards to your husband as well. Massive good morning. Massive good morning to you. All right then. So let's move on. Let's move on. So, kicking off from home here in the UK. And a special good morning to Mami Kwabia. Maggie, I hope you are doing very, very well there as well. So let me yes, now kick off from the UK and bring you what is happening here. Now, opposition parties are calling for an investigation into Peter Mandelson's role in Labour government after he resigned from the party over his links to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Lord Mandelson said he wanted to save the Labour Party further embarrassment over his ties to the late sex offender. New documents suggest Epstein paid $75,000 in 3 separate transactions in 2003 and 2004. Mandelson says he has no record of the payments to himself. He believes they are false, but says they need investigating by me. The Tory party leader Kemi Badenoch called for a full cabinet official investigation into whether Mandelson and his husband accepted money from Epstein during his time as a minister, while Lib Dem leader Ed Davies says Mandelson should be stripped of his peerage. Now, the latest document released in the U.S. on Friday also include pictures of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, a lawyer for Epstein's victim, says the former prince should now testify in the U.S. And the Prime Minister has also said same. But the issue now is, where are all the other people that were alleged to have when is it Eugenia Jeffrey, who died sometime last year, where she was saying she was whether gang raped or numerous people men slept with her at a particular time, about there were 6 of them, or so. Who are the others? So maybe if Andrew Mountbatten Windsor will be able to go and testify and just say, look, this one and that one and that one, that will do it. Or is he also scared that if he gets out of the country, he will not come back? There is this comedian from the U.S. Who was of late. I've not been watching it, but back in the day, I think about a year ago, I normally like watching that. And he said the policeman stopped the car. Waved the car to stop. And then when he stopped, and the man was like, the policeman, who is a Caucasian, was looking for something, and he says, man, maybe your driver's license or whatever. And he said, will you step out of the car? Then the man said, well, now I'm not stepping out of the car. If I stepped out of the car, the last time the black person stepped out of the car, they never came back into the car, so I'm not stepping. So maybe Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is thinking that if he decides to get out of the country to go to the U.S., he might not come back. Therefore, but what would the king advise now with all the evidence? Him kneeling by a lady lying down, whatever that was. That's below the belt there, though. Well, let's see. But this Epstein file release, it's not only looking at the US and the UK, but hey, across board. It's only in Africa that I've not heard anybody who was connected with that. Unless, of course, people who are listening know people who are also from Africa who have been caught up in this Epstein file saga. If you know it, then please share it with us. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. My apologies there. Okay. As I do say on the program, get yourself a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate, and let's take this journey. Now, U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says there are a small number of documents left to be released, and the Justice Department is waiting for a judge's approval. But the Justice Department's own review of the document is over, he told ABC News. On Friday, he said the new tranche of document marks the end of a very comprehensive document identification and review process. However, Democrats continue to argue that the department has withheld too many documents, possibly around 2.5 million, without proper justification. The Department of Justice has been under heavy scrutiny after missing the 19th December deadline to release all files as mandated in the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which passed Congress and was signed into law in November. But whether this saga is over remains to be seen. Now, would you want to know more about that? Would you want them to release more files if there is? So why are they withholding some of the files? Why are they withholding that? Do you think that Peter Mandelson should be stripped off? He's saying, well, he can't recount, or he doesn't recount collecting any money or any payment from Epstein. But, well, for Sarah Ferguson and Prince Beatrice Eugenia, this latest drop of Epstein emails will only add to their embarrassment. Not only will they be reeling from the photo of the former Prince Andrew appearing to kneel on all fours over a female lying on the ground, but Andrew's ex-wife and daughters are also repeatedly mentioned in the files themselves. The former Duchess of York, who faced her own Epstein controversies, is seen praising the late convicted sex offender as the brother I have always wished for. There is also more insight into her financial dealings with Epstein and a request for money from him. Her daughters are also dragged into a scandal, including with one extraordinary exchange where an unnamed person mentions Eugenia's shagging weekend in an email to Epstein. With who? By who? The exchanges are also dated after Epstein was convicted in 2008 for prostituting minors. The email does not indicate any wrongdoing, though. Andrew has consistently and strenuously always denied any wrongdoing, and his office have been contacted for comments. Ferguson representatives have also been approached. But, well, the findings. It says, I'm at your service, just marry me. Several of the emails underscore the depth of Ferguson's friendship with Epstein. In one email exchange from 2009, the then Duchess of York enthusiastically updates Epstein on potential opportunities for her business brands and books that have opened up. She goes on to write, in just 1 week after your lunch, it seems the energy has lifted. I've never been more touched by a friend's sick kindness than your compliment to me in front of my girls. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being the brother I've always wished for. The following year, another email from Sarah to Epstein is overflowing in affection. You are a legend. I really don't have the words to describe my love, gratitude for your generosity and kindness. She writes, kiss, kiss, I am at your service. Just marry me. Well, see what they're saying that. Well, Fergie can now say, I'm not a pedo. A pedo, Epstein appears to write. Because if he's a pedo, then he won't say, marry me. But why did she say, marry me? Because of the money? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's move on to the US as well. Well, the partial US government shutdown has entered its third day on Monday without resolution as Democrats continue to demand immigration reforms as part of any funding deal to reopen the government. The Senate Democrats and Republicans agreed to a package of 5 spending bills on Thursday, but stripped out a 6th bill on full fiscal year funding for the Department of Homeland Security. The Senate instead approved a 2-week funding for the Department of Homeland Security that gives lawmakers more time to work out disputes over its long-term budget. The Democrats want changes to the immigration enforcement operation, including requiring agents to wear body cameras turned on and to not wear masks. The package approved by the Senate may now be cleared by the House of Representatives before it's sent to President Trump's desk for signature. The Senate package includes funding the Defense Department, the Health Department, the Treasury, the Federal Court System, and other agencies until the end of 2026 fiscal year, which is the 30th of September. But funding for these federal agencies ended at midnight on Saturday, resulting in a partial shutdown as the House is yet to approve it. The effect will be minimal, though, as many government services do not operate over the weekend. The House Rules Committee is expected to meet on Monday afternoon to consider the funding package. The Senate approved package must first clear a procedural hurdle known as the rule vote, which Democrats are expected to vote against. California Democrat Representative Rukana said he was advocating for his colleagues to vote no on the DHS stopgap funding. I just don't see how, in good conscience, Democrats can vote for continuing ICE funding when they're killing American citizens, he said. Yet, Republican leaders said they were confident they could pass all the bills soon. So what do you think is going to happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes past the top of the hour, the morning show, the program, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Now, moving on to the Latin American area as well. Candidate tough on crime wins Costa Rica presidential election. That means that the citizens are fed up with all those crimes that are going on. The candidate of governing Conservative Sovereign People's Party, Laura Fernandez, has won the presidential election in Costa Rica with more than 88% of the votes counted. Fernandez had over 48% of the votes, far ahead of the second place centrist candidate Alvaro Ramos, who conceded defeat. Fernandez ran on a promise to deepen the tough on crime approach of the outgoing president Rodrigo Chavez, who had handpicked her as his successor. Now, voters have said they were concerned about a surge in drug-related violence in the Central American country. Now, the size of her vote share, which extends to 40%, needed to win outright in the first round, means that there is no need for a runoff. And we say congratulations to her. We hope that she'll be able to deliver, and everyone there helping her to deliver on her promise. Okay. Now, Norway's Prime Minister has agreed the Crown Princess had poor judgment over Epstein links. The Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store has said he agrees with Crown Prince Mette Marit's admission of poor judgment after it emerged that she had extensive contacts with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the princess features hundreds of times between 2011 and 2014 in the latest files released by the U.S. Department of Justice relating to Epstein. The latest embarrassment for the royal family comes on the eve of her son's 7-week trial in Oslo on 38 charges, including rape and assault. Now, Princess Mette married Norway's Crown Prince Haakon as a commoner when her son Marius Borg Hobby was 4 and is in line to become queen when her husband accedes to the throne. Now, as the content of the email exchanges began to emerge, the princess released a statement on Saturday saying, "I show poor judgment and regret having any contact with Epstein at all. It's simply embarrassing." She went on to express her deep sympathy and solidarity with the victims of the abuses committed by Jeffrey Epstein. Although the Prime Minister did not go further than agreeing with the Princess's admission of poor judgment, his implicit criticism of her is considered unusual. Starr said he also believed that ex-Prime Minister Thorbjørn Jagland had exercised poor judgment after it emerged that he had planned a family holiday on Epstein's private island, though he then cancelled it. So, it's quite an interesting bit there, with everything that is seems to be going on there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. because of our time. So let's hop on. But the line is open. If you want to share your take with us, feel free to do so. Call us on Starr Radio UK via Teams, Starr Radio UK, and your voice will be heard. Let me say good morning to my brother Felix all the way in Aberdeen and Kojo D here in Croydon.
Call the studio now. Call the studio now. Call the studio now.
All right, so you can call the studio now and your voice will be heard. Let's move on. Now, the assembling of ships, warships, and arms and everything in the Middle East area, closer to Iran, has caused the Iranian supreme leader to once again dare the US. And he is saying, Iran supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has warned that any attack on his country will spark a regional conflict as the US continues to build up its forces nearby. The Americans should know that if they start a war, this time it will be regional war. Khamenei was quoted as saying by the semi-official Tasnim news agency. Donald Trump earlier said Iran was in a serious discussions and he hoped they would lead to something acceptable. While Iran's foreign minister Abbas Archie said he was confident that we can achieve a deal on Tehran's nuclear program. Trump has threatened to intervene in Iran over its nuclear ambition and after its deadly crackdown on anti-government protests. But the issue, once again, is you go crack down, move the government, yes, because it's been abusive to its citizens and stuff like that. Who do you replace them with? Can you count on them? And the unrest that will be following suit, because it's not like the government are that unpopular that everybody in the country is against them. They have their supporters. They have the soldiers who have been, their police or whatever they call them, who have been going around shooting people and doing all their bidding and getting all their good stuff from them. So don't you think that they will be there to also cause trouble? But hey, let's see, because lessons have to be learned from where? Iraq, from Libya, and even now Syria, where we think there is a bit of peace there. But no. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Now we have to move on. We have to move on to the African front as well. South Africa's Zulu King has raised eyebrows by using a highly derogatory term for foreigners and saying they must all leave the country during a much hyped speech that was supposed to have been aimed at calming anti-migrant feelings in his home province, KwaZulu-Natal. Misuzulu Kazwalathini was addressing his supporters at the place where 20,000 Zulu warriors defeated a British contingent of 1,800 soldiers 147 years ago beneath the rocky outcrop of Isandlwana Hill. The Battle of Isandlwana, fought during the Anglo-Zulu War, is something many Zulus wear like a badge of honor. They fought against a foreign army and won. The foreigners were cowards. The ire of many of King Misuzulu's subjects is now directed not at the British invaders, but at migrants from neighboring countries like Lesotho, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, who have come to South Africa to work. According to official statistics, the country is home to about 2.4 million migrants, about 4% of the population. The 51-year-old monarch did not advocate violence, but said all kwere and offensive words for African migrants must pack their bags, even if they were in relationships with South Africans and had children with them. We must now sit down and discuss this, because even if my nephew's father is Kwere, the Kwere must leave. Only the child will remain, he said on Thursday, to the delight of his audience, a response which prompted him to burst out laughing. Many online have been quick to point out the irony of his remarks, considering the king's own mother was from Eswatini and one of his wives is also from neighboring kingdom. But such xenophobic attitude have long been an issue in South Africa, leading to a deadly outbreak of violence, and his comments echo those made by his late father, Godwill Zwelithini, who urges migrants in 2015 to pack their belongings. He later tried to backpedal, claiming he was misquoted, but the country's human rights body found his comments hurtful and harmful. More than a decade on, xenophobia and anger directed at migrants remain. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us. Migrants remain a key political issue, with some believing foreigners are stealing jobs and benefiting from public services meant for South Africans. The rate of unemployment in the country remains one of the highest in the world at around 33%. We have to prioritize South Africans. Anti-migrant movement blocks foreigners from healthcare. Wow, quite a tough one there. But ladies and gentlemen, so in our own communities, that is what we do. So let's say you are in the UK, let's say you are in another country, and they'll say, get out, because you're a foreigner. What do you think that means? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, 3 West African juntas have turned to Russia. Now the U.S. wants to engage them. The U.S. has declared a stark policy shift toward the 3 West African countries which are battling Islamist insurgents and whose military government have broken defense ties with France and turned towards Russia. The State Department announced that Nick Checker, head of its Bureau of African Affairs, will visit Mali capital Bamako to convey the United States respect for Mali's sovereignty and chart a new course in relation moving past policy missteps. It adds that the U.S. also looks forward to cooperating with Mali's allies, neighboring Burkina Faso and Niger, on shared security and economic interests. Absent from the agenda is a long-standing American concern for democracy and human rights. The Biden administration had halted military cooperation after coups deposed the elected civilian president of all 3 countries between 2020 and 2023, with Niger's Mohamed Bazoum still locked up in his own residence. At least you are in your own residence, so that's cool. You know your way about. Yeah, it's only that you cannot come out. You can walk in your garden. Yeah, of course. But what do you think about all that? Well, they say that they cannot do without them. They've got earth minerals that they need. And they need their alliance. They need their cooperation. But well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, let's move on to other parts of Africa as well. But at 5 minutes to the top of the hour, let's see. Maybe we'll jump Career 101. In the forests of Ethiopia's largest region, a shadow war grinds on, hunted by government drones. Oromo Liberation Army Commander Jal Maru denies his fighters target civilians. Yet, as a hidden humanitarian crisis deepens, international investigators accuse both sides of atrocities, leaving millions trapped in a deadly stalemate. The government brands the Ola as terrorists, accusing them of ethnically motivated massacres. Rebel leader Maru, in a rare interview, insists his troops operate under strict military discipline. However, UN investigators and rights groups like Amnesty International document a brutal reciprocity, the all are accused of killing and kidnappings, while government forces are cited for indiscriminate drone strikes and extrajudicial killings. Well, they say they are not killing civilians. They are there to move their agenda and everything forward. But what do you think is happening there? Okay, let's see. One of the stories that I put across, Gaza to Egypt, Rafah crossing reopens to limited traffic after long closure. The Rafah crossing between Gaza and Egypt reopened today after nearly 2 years, allowing limited humanitarian aid, enabling for those who have been hurt there. However, Egypt's President Sisi has welcomed Jordan's King Abdullah to Cairo on Sunday for talks on restoring stability to the Middle East region. The two leaders reiterated their opposition to any attempt to displace the Palestinian people from their land, according to a statement from the Egyptian presidency. They stressed the need to fully implement the Gaza ceasefire, allow unhindered humanitarian aid, and accelerate reconstruction efforts in the territory. The meeting came as Israel announced the partial reopening of the Rafah border crossings between the devastated Gaza Strip and Egypt. Now, Cairo has long opposed plans to displace Palestinians from Gaza, saying it will constitute an ethnic cleansing and the end of any hope for a Palestinian state. Egypt is also concerned that a major influx of refugees from Gaza possibly includes Hamas fighters will be costly and pose an immediate security concern. So, what do you think can be done about this? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break. We come back. I'll be taking you to Nigeria, where some of the victims of the Kaduna kidnap have been able to break out and are back home, about 81 of them. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Call the studio now.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Okay, Starr Radio UK. We're trying to see whether we can get our own HRH Linda Pallien. But wherever you are, don't touch the dial whilst we continue to look at some of the other stories making the rounds. So, in Nigeria this morning, Peter Obi has emphasized the role of politicians in Nigeria's governance issues ahead of the 2027 election. Obi called on Nigerians to pray for politicians to use public funds wisely. Now, Oyo State honors distinguished individuals there. Now, ahead of the 2027 election, Peter Obi, a key chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, has asserted that politicians are the problem of Nigeria. Somebody will say, tell us something that we don't know. As reported by Business Day, Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 election, asked Nigerians to pray for us. Speaking on Sunday, that's January 1, at the Thanksgiving service to mark Oyo State's 50th anniversary at the Cathedral of St. Peter Anglican Church, Aremo Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, Obi said, I want to make a request from Nigerians. Please do remember us politicians in your prayers. We are the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria is not a poor country. It is poorly governed. Remember us in your prayers that God should touch our hearts to use public money for public good. But the issue is, do we have systems in place that brings about accountability, so that even if people be saying that, well, you know, politicians, we misuse the money. So if you, like in Ghana now, the government is pursuing lots of people who have misused state funds. So government or the country didn't get value for their money for particular services or products or whatever. Then they'll have to be accountable. And we see that going on in lots of the places. But do you think what Peter Obi is saying is true? And if you agree with him, because he's saying, I'm part of it, you have to pray for us. Do we need prayers? Because this is state funds, okay? So we have to have this money to use it to build, let's say, to buy us all so can you see my bottle of water? To buy us a bottle of water or manufacture a bottle of water that is wholesome for us to drink. Okay, this is 330 ml. All right, now so it happens that this person who is a politician now goes in there and brings us this whole bottle, but with water up to 100 ml, and say charging us for the same amount of 330 ml. What do you think is going on? But interestingly, when it comes to election again, we are the same people who go back to vote for them. So accountability. Are we able to hold our leaders accountable for monies and what that have been given to them for particular projects or assignments? Or the moment they come, you say they like that. Yes, I am the boss or the chief or this thing, and I control who does that. But monies that have been given to them, they come out with. That's why sometimes I like the what do you call them? The accountant general department who audits everything and tells you that, well, within this money has been squandered and da. But the question is, are they able to go get those monies back? But when it comes to little, when I say little, individuals who maybe through policies of government has caused them to maybe, let me put it this way for lack of words, to be overpaid or something, you see how they clamp down on these individuals. But when it comes to the big hooks who have taken big monies, oh no, you rub my back, I rub your back. And that seems to be what is going on. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me say good morning to good afternoon to my baby sister Delta. I hope you are doing very, very well. In regards to mom as well, hope you are all doing very, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, in Nigeria still, one other story that will make our hearts merry is the story pertaining to the absconding of 80 members of churches, various, because 3 churches were attacked. I think about a month ago or thereabout, were in Kaduna, and well, according to the story, Dan Azumi said additional 80 escapees fled on the same day of the abduction, but became disorientated in the forest and were unable to return to their communities immediately. They ran into the forest and hid because of fear of the very day of the incident. He said, we have now confirmed that 80 of our people were found in different locations. He explained that the contact was re-established only days later when one of the victims reached out and disclosed their location, allowing communities to organize a search. So when it comes to the military, when it comes to the security apparatus, where money has been given for these people, communities to be protected, and nothing seems to be happening there. But we vote for them once again. Data says the system and structures that are supposed to control the system still is being managed by the same politicians in power. Of course. That is very true. So that's why you rub my back, I rub your back is. So the same people who are supposed to be policing the system are the same people who are operating the system. So yeah. And we think we want to progress. We think that we can do something. The moment you try to say too much, you become what do I put it? For lack of words, you become the minority. You become the minority in there, and therefore they decide to either poo-poo whatever you are saying or just brush it off, because majority of them are looking. Because you look at our politicians, okay? Somebody is coming to power. First of all, look at funding. How did they get the funding? So they come in, and when they want to contest, they are giving some monies. People give some monies, and then, okay, they come in or take loans and blah, blah, blah. And then once they come in, they have to settle that. And then they settle whatever loans that they've already taken to get themselves into that position, and now look for some more money to be able to entrench themselves for the next election. And then, so the cycle continues, but where can we get a break from? That's been the issue. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK will continue to bring you everything that you need to know. I remain yours sincerely, your one and only Archie. Delta, thank you very much for your comment there. Feel free to send us your messages or post your comments on the platforms, the various platforms that we are broadcasting on. Or if you want to call in, as I did say, feel free to do so. Just call via Teams and Starr Radio UK.
Call the studio now.
All right then. Let's move on. All right. Well, the MPP has been and are back to their flag bearership election. But who do you think came on top? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. But interestingly, the Ashanti Regional anchor of Dr. Bawumia's campaign, Dr. Nana Ayew Afriye, has attributed the overwhelming support Dr. Bawumia received in the region to his competence and the strong confidence delegates have in his ability to lead the New Patriotic Party to victory in 2028. So they think 2028 he will do it. Do you think so? Now, Dr. Ayew Afriye, who is also the Member of Parliament for Ifijuase Asokore, said the voting pattern decisively debunks claims of ethnocentric bias after advanced by often advanced by policy opponents of the MPP. According to him, the result clearly shows that the delegates prioritize competence and leadership credential over tribal, my apologies. I think I need some strong coffee. Over tribal. Okay, let me take it again. Dr. Ayew Afriye, who is also a member of parliament for Ifijuase Asokore, said the voting pattern decisively debunks claims of ethnocentric bias often advanced by opponents of the MPP. According to him, the results clearly shows that delegates prioritize competence and leadership credentials over tribal considerations. So I think we've got to a point in Ghana where people are looking at delivery, that this individual's reputation is such that he or she will be able to deliver, and therefore we can support him, though it doesn't hail from our tribe or our family. It doesn't matter where, but so far as it's a Ghanaian and we think that is got a decency to do the right thing and deliver for us, then he's the right candidate. Well, come 2028, what are the chances, or what will be the chances of the NPP. Pallien stood against Mahama, the current president, and lost. It was because of the bad policies that the NPP, the past government, put in place, and the allegation of corruption and all those things that have gone on, and the difficulty that people were going through, that might have brought about that. But if you're listening to us this morning, what do you think is going on there? Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11 minutes past 12, and we continue with the show. Well, whilst the MPP seem to have settled on what they are going to be doing next when it comes to their flag bearership, the leader or whoever is going to lead them to the next election, Charles Akwesi Asiedu, the member of parliament for Tano South and son of the National Democratic Congress chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia, has stirred controversy on social media with a cryptic post. On January 31, 2026, the NDC lawmaker shared a flyer of his father with the inscription, "Time has soon, meaning the time has come. The post quickly attracted attention, with many social media users attempting to decode its meaning. Now, several interpreted it as a signal that Asiedu Nketia might be preparing to contest the flag bearership after the tenure of President John Dramani Mahama. Now, others speculated about potential competitors, mentioning names such as Minister of Education Haruna Idrisu, Chief of Staff Julius Deborah, Vice President Professor Nana Jenopoku-Agyeman, and Finance Minister Kasil Ato Forsen. Now, while some supporters suggested that Asiedu Nketia could emerge victorious, others argued that the different candidates would be better suited to lead the party. Meanwhile, Asiedu Nketia has shed light on the reasons behind his ongoing thank you tour, which generated speculation within political circles. Speaking to party executives and members of the Kwapim North-South constituency, Asiedu Nketia recounted the strategic division of responsibilities during the 2024 election. According to him, the national executives created 3 campaign teams. One led by President John Dramani Mahama, another by Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, and a third by himself as national chairman. And that is why he had gone on to those communities to say thank you a year on after they won an election. People are thinking, well, he might have something up his sleeve. And what can or could that be? But well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Now, interestingly, people were bracing themselves for the firebrand to come unleashing his venom on them. However, it didn't seem to be so. But the member of parliament for Hohoi, Thomas Wolanyo Chekpo, is it Chekpo? Yeah, I think I got it right. Has said that New Patriotic Party's presidential aspirant Kennedy Japan is bitter after the outcome of the primaries. According to him, the former member of parliament for Asin Central contributed to his own defeat in the MPP election. He explained that Kennedy failed to challenge what he described as a flawed process. Speaking on a radio TV program, Chekpo noted that decisions taken by the MPP ahead of the January 31 presidential primary compromised the integrity of the contest, but the Japan did not oppose them at the party's National Executive Committee. Now, we have seen in his body language that the man is bitter. Kennedy Japan is bitter, he alleged. He argued that the party's top approach to the primary favored Dr. Bawumia and disadvantaged the other contenders. The MPP primary was rigged from day one. You don't rig an election at a polling station. The rigging happens in the process that leads to the election itself, he said. Instead of lobbying NEC to adopt a bottom-up approach, he agreed to top-down approach. The very day he agreed, I told myself he would never win. And that is why he is bitter, Chekpo stated. Now, so if you look at that, what was the process like? What was the process like? Okay. Trying to see. Now, Dr. Bawumia pulled 110,643 votes, representing 56% of the total valid votes, to claim victory in a keenly contested race involving three strong contenders. His closest competitor, Kennedy Japan, and Dr. Brian Champon, obtained 46,000 votes, that's 23%, and 36,000 votes, 18% respectively. In an emphatic showing, Dr. Bawumia dominated the contest nationwide, winning in 14 regions, while Kennedy Japan secured victory only in the central region, and Dr. Brian Champon won in the Volta region. In 2023, Dr. Bawumia secured victory with 61%, compared with 56% in 2026. On the surface, he suggests that the 2023 result was stronger due to the high percentage. So, why are they saying that there seem to be some underhand dealings or some rigging that has taken place? In the central region, the home of Kennedy Japan and the only region he won, Dr. Bawumia also performed better than in 2023, winning 7 constituencies compared with 4 in the previous month. In the eastern region, where Dr. Brian Champon hails from and was expected to pose a strong challenge, Dr. Bawumia again demonstrated his dominance, winning the regional comfortably with a margin of nearly 5,000 votes. Well, so it looks like Bawumia is a man for them. But how would that affect the fortunes of the NPP? Now, the second question that is coming on is, who becomes the running mate? Should the second runner-up or the first runner-up be the running mate? In this case, Kennedy Japan. But well, speculation that Dr. Brian Champon's strong performance in the New Patriotic Party's flag bearer contest could place him in a pole position for the running mate slot has been dismissed by the camp of Dr. Bawumia. And then his miracles, Abuaji, an aide to the NPP flag bearer, said finishing second in the contest does not form part of the criteria for selecting a vice presidential candidate. The selection of the mate is purely the prerogative of the candidate in consultation with the National Council, he said on a TV program. These comments are following growing discussions, particularly on social media, that Dr. Champon, showing in the race, as strengthening his chances of being considered as Dr. Bawumia's running mate ahead of the 2028 general election. According to Mr. Abuaji, several factors are considered in the choice of running mate, but placement in the internal contest is not one of them. There are several criteria that come into play. One of them does not include becoming second or third in the contest. So, who do you think should be a good running mate for them? For Bawumia? Should it be Kennedy Japan or Brian Champon? They are pong, right? So which of the pongs should be the ones running with Dr. Bawumia? Well, ladies and gentlemen, 90 minutes by the top of the hour at a time, the morning show, the program, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. And we are going to be running the program up pretty soon. All right. One other story from there as well. Okay, let's bring you this and then we can call it a day. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has rejected as false, misleading claims circulating on social media that the government mishandled arrangement to seek justice for the late Nana Eje Ahia, a Ghanaian student who died under unusual circumstances while studying at Riga Technical University in Latvia. In a statement on Monday, the ministry said it had remained in constant and transparent engagement with the family and had not demanded or received any payment to facilitate travel for the deceased relatives. It stressed that the government of Ghana is fully bearing the cost of travel for 2 nominated family members and a pathologist to Latvia. The ministry explained that the planned travel initially scheduled for January 31, 2026 did not materialize due to delays in visa issuance, noting that the family members failed to present all required documents at the time of the visa appointment. In accordance in furtherance of this commitment, the ministry actively facilitated the visa application process for the nominated family members who were initially scheduled to travel by the 31st of January 2026. This travel did not materialize due to delays in visa issuance by the relevant authorities. It must be clearly stated that at the time of their visa appointment, the family members failed to present all requisite documentation. Once the outstanding documents were provided, the ministry said it promptly facilitated their submission to the relevant embassy. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. The Foreign Affairs Ministry further clarified that the document in the possession of the deceased mother was not a confirmed airline ticket but an itinerary generated solely to support the visa application process, and that travel could not proceed because the passports were still with the embassy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. As I said earlier on, we're not bringing you Career 101 today because we had a few other stories to bring your way. Well, one other story, as I did say, and then we go. And this pertains to Dr. Bonfair. Dr. Bonfair Jr.'s statement pertaining to the Dr. Bawumia's victory and what it can do. But a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies in Accra, Dr. Kwabena Bonfair Jr. has cautioned that Dr. Bawumia's chances in the 2028 general elections will depend not only on his personal qualities but also on how attractive and united New Patriotic Party appears to voters. Now, speaking on a radio show, Dr. Bonfair used a metaphor to explain the challenge facing the newly elected flag bearer. I'd only say that, you see, the flag bearer is a bearer of a flag. No matter how good, competent, suitable, perfect the bearer will be, if the flag is unattractive, you will have a problem, he said. Now, according to him, Dr. Bawumia must focus on fixing internal weaknesses within the party and projecting unity ahead of the 2028 polls. Definitely, the flag has issues. It has punches. They need to fix them. It needs to reorganize itself, Dr. Bonfair added. He stressed that beyond policy promises, the MPP must work hard to reconnect with Ghanaians and address issues affecting their daily lives. Bawumia should be able to be seen, not only do, but be seen to be doing what will rally them around a united flag and reposition the party as one that understands the issues people are grappling with and offer solutions, he said. Dr. Bonfair's comments come in the wake of Dr. Bawumia's victory in the MPP's presidential primaries on Saturday, January 31, 2026. The former president won the contest with 110,643 votes, securing a majority of the 195,000 valid votes. So 110,000, boys, according to official results collected by the Electoral Commission. His closest contender, Canadian Hine Japan, placed second with only 46,000. Wow. Followed by Brian, the champion, 36,000. But looking at that, do you think to bring the party together and every individual together, do you think that maybe he should get, what do we call him? Canadian Japan to be his flag running mate? Who, you know, is a firebrand. And as I said during a couple of weeks ago, I was asking the question whether you think that with this world that we're living in now, where we have people, or leaders of various countries, a typical one like Donald Trump, who doesn't give a hoot and decide to say anything or whatever can go on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And this is why I bring the program to a close. Let's take a commercial break. Once
call the studio now.
Hence, I'll be out of here. Until I see you tomorrow, it's bye-bye from me. Bye.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Thanks for listening.